Welcome to BBC London. It's Monday the 13th of July. On the programme, as we'll see how paramedics are dealing with a surge in calls. Also on the programme, good evening. So today we saw the start of another hot week ahead. And new research suggests the weather we've been having may have been more deadly than many of us might think. Researchers from the University of London, working with the Met Office, predict more than 400 people may have died from heat-related causes over the past 3 months. Let's get more now from Victoria Hollins, who's been meeting a man who's struggling with his own health in the heat. Nobody likes roadworks. They're not popular with drivers, local residents or businesses, but they are necessary. However, when they last over a year, well, then it tends to try everyone's patience. That's the situation at Gallows Corner, a normally busy intersection just past Romford on the way to the M25. Well, local people and businesses have had enough there and they're demanding compensation. Here's Aisha Baksh. Well, look now at some other stories available on the BBC News app. A cricketer from Luton who survived a cardiac arrest while playing a match in Hertfordshire has been reunited with a woman who saved his life. Campaigners are fighting to save popular stepping stones across the Hogsmill River near Epsom. It's after plans were announced to remove them. And the annual swan census is underway on the River Thames. It's hoped there'll be another rise in cygnet numbers despite the winter bird flu outbreak. There's more on those stories on the BBC News website and also the BBC News app. So Wimbledon fortnight is over for another year after Yannick Sinner managed to defend his men's singles title. He beat the man who beat Londoner Arthur Ferry in the semi-final. Well, Ferry's run is without doubt one of the stories of the championships. We'll also see more of him from now on, although he's offered himself to do some private coaching for some young royals. Here's Adam Wilde. Yeah, Victoria Cook there in Grosvenor Square. It looks absolutely terrific. I'm looking forward to seeing that next week. Let's get the weather forecast now with Kate. This hot weather continues. At times it was quite breezy today in places, I noticed, which is welcome, but still hot. Yes, it is still hot. And the breeze developed over the weekend, actually, and it has just taken the edge off the temperatures, but we're still meeting the heatwave criteria. Heathrow today got to 28 Celsius, so it is still hot. So full sense of security potentially with the breeze, and it is still breezy this evening, overnight as well. Now, this is what the week is looking like. It's going to stay hot, slightly cooler nights, however. Thankfully, it's still dry, but some cloud in the morning. High pressure still blocking everything to the north. To the south, low pressure, but it's not coming anywhere near us. Towards the end of the week, that high just starts to drift, and that introduces more of a northerly breeze. So by the end of the week, the temperature's just dropping by a degree or two. Now, this was earlier. We did have a cloudy start to the day, which gave us that feeling, oh, it's a little bit cooler, but then it burnt back. Sun came out and stayed with us. It's still there this evening. Now, overnight tonight, it is a bit of a repeat performance. We've still got that northeasterly breeze. It's still noticeable. And we've got cloud feeding in. It originates from the North Sea. The minimum temperature 14 to 16 Celsius. It is still warm, but it's certainly feeling a lot cooler than the nights did last week. So for tomorrow morning, that cloud, very similar to this morning, will be with us, but it will burn back, leaving more or less a cloud-free afternoon. Breezy still, that northeasterly breeze, but temperatures a little bit warmer. Out towards the Essex coast, a degree or two off 30, so 28, 29 Celsius. That's where our coolest temperatures will be. But further west, further south you go, we are looking at a maximum tomorrow of 32 Celsius. Now, as we head overnight, Tuesday and into Wednesday, again, it is largely dry. A little bit of cloud feeds in, perhaps not as much as tonight or last night, but still a little bit. Still breezy as we head into Wednesday morning. The minimum temperature very similar, around 15 or 16 Celsius. So Wednesday itself,
Any cloud we do have, again, is going to burn back. There really is a lot of sunshine still around this week. The breeze slightly lighter as we head through Wednesday. Temperatures around 29 or 30 Celsius. Into the weekend, it is still sunny, but temperatures still in the high 20s.
Yeah, like you said, still heatwave temperatures, but it's slightly cooler nights. What a difference that's making.
Yes, we're getting some sleep.
Yeah, absolutely. Kate, thanks very much for that. Well, time now for a recap of some of the main news in the headlines today. Counter-terrorism police are now leading the investigation into the death of Anne Whittingham. A 28-year-old white British man from Yorkshire who was being questioned over the killing has been rearrested on suspicion of terror offences. The film industry has been paying tribute to the actor Sam Neill, who's died at the age of 78. His family said his death was sudden and unexpected. The government has promised nearly £90 million to the Metropolitan Police to recruit hundreds of officers to keep London's Jewish community safe following attacks, including stabbings and vandalism. That's it for now. I'm back at 10:30 with our latest news tonight on BBC One. On behalf of the early evening news team, bye-bye. We've had 9 record-breaking days of high temperatures, and the effect of the heat is sometimes called the silent killer. We have the figures. Good evening, I'm Asad Ahmad. So today we saw the start of another hot week ahead, and new research suggests the weather we've been having may have been more deadly than many of us might think. Researchers from the University of London, working with the Met Office, predict more than 400 people may have died from heat-related causes over the past 3 months in London alone. Victoria Hollins went to meet a man who's struggling with his health in the heat. Yeah, it does remain hot for at least about another week or so. Well, that's it from the BBC London Late Team for tonight. I wish you a very good night. Bye-bye.